Notices of this meeting were forwarded to the Enquirer, Courier Post, Clerk of the Township, District website, and members of the Board of Education, posted in the Board of Education offices at 17 Ariel Road, Blenheim, New Jersey. Please note that this board meeting may be audio videotaped. Please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Santino,
Present.
Mrs. Galnick, Ms. Gore,
Present.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Present.
Mrs. Maschke, Mr. Pellis,
Present.
Mr. Tursi,
Present.
Mrs. Henry,
Present.
Mrs. Johnson.
Present. May I have a motion, please, to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All right, we go. All in favor?
Aye. How many items are there?
There are 2 items of personnel in executive.
Okay.
What? I always do. My own best friend.
Isn't it great?
It is.
I think some of my
Three best
friends
friends.
that way.
Me, myself, and I.
Right, that's all you need. This world.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that me? No.
I thought
I was ready. I'm in restoration. If I got a $2 million deal, I'm going. Just let me know. Yeah. I only get 3% of the gross profit.
It does. It does. Smarter though. Just saying.
Mrs. Santino,
Present.
Ms. Gore,
Here.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Present.
Mrs. Maschke,
Here.
Mr. Pellis,
Here.
Mr. Tursi,
Here.
Mrs. Henry,
Present.
Mrs. Johnson. Okay.
Can I get a motion, please, to approve the minutes of the executive session of December 15th,
No.
2025?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Santino,
Yes.
Ms. Gore,
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Abstain.
Mr. Pellis,
Abstain.
Mr. Tursi,
Abstain.
Mrs. Henry,
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes.
5 yeses, we're good.
Can I get a motion to approve board minutes, regular December 15th and reorg meeting January 5th?
So
Roll call.
moved.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ms. Santino,
Yes.
Ms. Gore,
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
She can't.
You have to
abstain.
you want to stay on December?
Abstain on December. Yes, for January 5th.
Noted. Mr. Pellis,
Abstain on regular, yes on reorg.
noted. Mr. Tursi,
Abstain on regular, yes on reorg.
noted. Ms. Henry,
Yes on both.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes. At this time, can we have public comments for agenda items only? Anyone wishing to speak? Seeing none? Can I please get have a motion for ratification of January 2026 resolutions? Do we do a roll call with this?
That's because we missed the meeting.
Oh, okay.
Actually, good evening, Mrs. Johnson. How are you?
Okay.
Good. Yes, this pretty much embodies those resolutions from the month of January that we had our first snowstorm.
Mhm.
That the board, for operational purposes for the district, allowed me to advance. It was not the full agenda, it was precise items. But yes, you can ask for a consent resolution for all these items
Okay,
to be considered this point as ratified.
I see. Thank you. Okay, so we are asking for ratification for 5.1 to 5.5.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Where are the,
We need a vote on that.
yeah, but I'm looking at the buildings and ground, the committee meetings.
For the committee meetings,
That's six.
that's
it.
Okay,
Good.
all right, thank you. I'm sorry.
so. We'll vote on
Roll
five.
call, please, on this, item 5.
Yeah, no, Mrs. Dentino. Ms.
Yes.
Dentino. Ms. Gore,
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pildes,
Yes.
Mr. Tursi,
Abstain.
Ms. Henry,
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes. Okay, all right. At 6.0 is board committee reports.
Ms. Johnson, the curriculum committee, I believe the chairperson is Mrs. Gallinek.
Correct.
So I would just vote that we move that to the next regular meeting and allow her to report on December 15th at that time.
Okay, we also had a buildings and grounds meeting,
We did.
and Finance?
They're gonna also be on.
do you want that for the next one?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All
that's
three.
fine.
Okay,
Okay,
we'll hear
great.
from everybody.
Thank you. All right, under 7.0, report of the superintendent.
Good
Mr.
evening.
Bilodeau.
Thank you again. I do have a few changes to the district to my report this evening. Under 7.6G, there is a transposition of numbers. So on 7.6G, the attachment, and this is always going to be difficult to find. The 5th row down on attachment 7.6G, which is extracurricular and committee assignments for February 2026. It states 6744 as the employee ID number. That really should read employee number 6774. And there's no other changes to that attachment. And the other item, which is, I would imagine, hot off the press and near and dear to everyone's mind currently, under 7.3E. 7.3E is the revised calendar for the school district. That was one version when this agenda went out to the board. It is now a new version. The new version essentially does take April 7th away from spring recess, adds a school day there, moves the calendar in June to the 18th So we will have the 180 days of school for students. That's in accordance with state law. And there is no other changes. So what,
Calendar that comes out from.
yes. Yeah, I think we had copies out front of the new one, hard copy. Yes. So if you look now, April, there's no marking there for the 7th. And if you look now, we're pushed to the 18th of June with the last 3 days of the year being single session.
At this point, should we have another snowstorm? And we have to close again, where will we go?
Well, that's a bad scenario, Mrs. Johnson.
I'm hoping it
Um,
doesn't happen, but.
If there is an additional closure, we cannot take the Monday of 6th of April off because contractually Easter Monday is in one of the collective bargaining unit agreements.
Okay,
We cannot take a national holiday off in May. So you would think we could move the day to the 19th of June. However, that is Juneteenth. And if you have students present for a school day in the state of New Jersey, that has to become a day off. So that would roll the weekend for the school calendar. So if there's one day, then you end on June 22nd and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
Okay,
okay.
so let's be hopeful that this week's snow was our last for this winter. So I don't have to present the calendar again.
That's right. We can only hope.
Yes. Okay, so with that said, I'm asking for consent resolution for items 7.2 through 7.6.
As amended? M,
M as amended. Thank you both. Yes.
can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
We do have a question.
We have discussion items.
Yeah, related to the calendar. Personally, I mean, from how we looked at it being spring break, why could we not push it out? Because a lot of families are taking time off during that, and I don't think that we should be getting rid of more of the time during the middle of the month there or the beginning of the month. So is it not an option for it to go towards the end at the end of the school year?
Is there an option to go
Push the day
to
there instead of taking away the 7th of April?
the 22nd?
Sure.
It certainly is an option of the board. Historically, when we've had days that have impacted the calendar, the Tuesday at this is not something novel. This is something we have done before when we've had multiple school days that the Tuesday at spring recess comes off. So I just followed it to be consistent.
I have a couple questions also with regarding to the calendar 7.3 and C and 7.3E. With regards to us taking the Tuesday and with our students already having an attendance, issue that we are also very conscious about children missing school. What is the likelihood that these kids are missing for the Tuesday because their parents already had plans to go? Same thing with our teachers and our staff. They may have already plans to do whatever. I would prefer to see it at the end of the school year as opposed to, putting a wrinkle in their plans. With regards to 7.3E, or no, I'm sorry, that's about 7.3E is about putting it towards the end. 7.3C for the new school year, I'd rather be overcautious and build in snow days So therefore we are not running into this. We already run very lean as it is. And we don't have any wiggle room with regards to if there is a snow day or multiple snow days that we are, running into this predicament. I know historically we don't have lots of snow. A lot of these snows happen every 10 years or so, but since I have been involved in this district, we at least have 1 or 2 days. So it's, I think, better to plan for it than to say, oh, sugar, what are we gonna do now? That's just my 2 cents.
Well, Mrs. Henry, the superintendent isn't saying, oh, sugar. That is why, multiple people have weighed in on the 26-27 calendar. And I think that you kind of stole my thunder a bit, that we don't have historically snowstorms that impact the school calendar. We have had a couple of days that we've had to push, but nothing like this in at least a decade. So I'm not saying that I'm pushing back. I'm just saying that the statistics don't bear that out.
I also, for 26-27 calendar, the same way as I said with this year's calendar, though, I don't like the idea of us not having a longer spring break. I think having that week in the middle of like April or whatever month it falls on gives parents an opportunity to go away for vacations and such to plan, rather than our kids missing days of school because they're going to leave because, oh, I have 2 days kind of thing. So my recommendation with that is it not possible that we have a full week off for spring break or adjust somewhere else for that?
We've tried in the past too. I have brought it up some years ago to try to mirror Black Horse Pike Regional, because I said there's some people there, the older kids maybe watch their younger kids that are in the school district, and we couldn't mirror the districts because they need a week off, and I don't know when, might be April. I don't know. We couldn't get it to work.
It would be better with busing also,
I
if
think it
we
might,
do it that way.
I'm sorry.
We would, if we were off the full week that Black Horse Pike is off, we wouldn't need the busing.
And the last item too, while we're talking about calendar, the week in November where we have school on a Monday, off on the 3rd, school off on the 4th, or school on the 4th and then 5th and 6th. Again, that's 2 other days. It would be a benefit to not have that week with those scattered or split up days off. Yeah, the November 2nd, right? Because we're in school. The 3rd we're out, the 4th we're in school, and then 5th and 6th are out again for conferences.
Right.
I've seen other school districts, they give that week off as well.
I think the resistance that I would submit to pushing the school calendar into late June is the schools that aren't air conditioned and the parental complaints that come to this office, this building, about how warm it is. So you could be like other districts that are letting out in the last week. So I think you could have the opposite. If you build a school calendar so far out that if something were to impact it, then you have to get a special permission from the commissioner of ed on how you're going to get your own 180 days in. If something that I can't tell you here catastrophic were to happen. So I'm always one of trying to lean, let's try to end the school year about mid-June. So that's what's reflective here tonight.
Other schools do go out that far and they have ways to make that work. So it's a possibility because it could exist.
Other schools start to embed recognition of an array of different religions. Look at Cherry Hills, for example. And again, once the students take the standard assessments, there is I think a belief that, the school year is getting done and it is kind of a ramping off. We're all still here, and I think people work very, very hard to get there. To prolong it, I think the value that we're getting at that point deep into June is got to be something we consider. May not be as weighted as what we receive in the early part of the school year.
Okay.
They're just
But not, let's say not 3 snow days. What about a snow day? Just like a backup in a sense, because if you look historically, what has happened in the past 5, 6 years, we've at least had no school, at least one day, per school year. And so therefore it would enable us to say, okay, we know when we're stopping and we know what we're doing, as opposed to taking away. I mean, my fear is, and I mean, granted, I don't have a pool of teachers or team members that I know, but for those people who were planning to be off, people look forward to days off, so therefore they can regroup, recharge, and pulling a day. Now, what if we need more substitutes and we don't have them? They don't come to school. Now they need a doctor's note. So we're creating more of a fiasco that doesn't really need to be, where if we just say, listen, keep spring break, put it at the end of the year, enjoy Juneteenth, come back on Monday. If little Molly doesn't want to go to school, so be it. It's the last day of school, as opposed to missing April, which is an actual education day. That's my 2 cents.
I think conversely, you could look at people that have vacations planned around the last day of the school year. And now if they leave on Saturday, well, now they have to go back to school on Monday. So you're going to have the same thing with kids, teachers, teachers that know when they're supposed to get out and plan to leave that weekend for vacation. I mean, I think when you're making up a day, I don't know that you're ever going to find something that makes everybody happy.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, any other questions? Seeing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Gonna go, Ms. Santino,
Yes.
Ms. Gore,
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson.
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pildes,
Are we doing the bill part?
No,
No yet? Okay, then yes.
Mr. Tursi,
No to, what is that, 7?
C. C is last year, or C is this year, I'm sorry, and E is this year.
No to C and E. Yes to the rest.
C and E
Three, C. and-
calendars, right?
Or is it again?
Yes, sir.
You see it?
The rest, everything else.
Mrs. Henry,
No to 7.3C, no to 7.3E, and yes on the balance.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes. Report of the business administrator, Mr. McCauley, please.
yes, a few of my things were in the January that you already approved, but looking for a consent agenda for 8.0 through and including 8.7A.
Seven A, okay. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Actually, I do have one. Sorry, didn't get this to you earlier. Check number 140394 for the Malvern School. It's $16,578.70. Does this include salary or just the rental? This is for our preschool.
It's the preschool to go to Malvern. It's their entire budget. So we take their budget and we divide it by 11 months, and
Okay.
that's how much we pay.
And is that just rental or is that
Salary and everything.
salary?
Everything.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay. Can I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Stentino,
Yes.
Ms. Gore,
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pildes,
I'm gonna abstain on check 140302 and yes on the rest.
noted. Mr. Tursi,
Yes.
Mrs. Henry,
I am a no on check number 140302. Yes on the balance.
Noted. Mrs. Johnson?
I'm abstaining on check number 140315. Yes on the balance.
Noted.
This time we'll go to old business, Mr. Bilodeau.
Good evening again, everybody. I did want to update the board. There was in the month of December comments relative to the district CPAD committee. I did do some research relative to comments that came to the Board of Education in the month of December. The CPAG, there were two issues that I primarily heard that evening. One regarding communication about when the CPAG meetings would occur. I have had staff report back to me that the CPAG obviously is posted on the district's website. And for those special education parents, they all receive emails regarding the communication. Special education parents, correct.
Ma'am, there's gonna be a time for public comment.
Yep. Well, the issue was that parents weren't communicated to, and I will tell you that special education parents in this district are receiving all notices of those meetings. Second issue that I heard that evening regarding elections of who would be in charge of the CPAG. There aren't a requirement of elections for CPAG. There, in the month of March of 2025, there was a request for a parent leader to essentially facilitate the meetings. No one in the month of March stood up except for the current facilitator. And I did speak to that individual. And so I will tell you that from feedback I'm hearing from people that do attend, it is an opportunity for parents with special needs to go. It's a forum. I know that the district is trying to help. I think her name was Monique Powell.
Yes, it is.
Miss Powell.
Yes, it is.
So spoke to her and I said, if there's anything that we can do to continue the CPAG or to help facilitate our parents here with special needs students, please let us know. She was thankful that I made a call to her. So I wanted to report back to the board those two issues.
I was at that meeting also, and I was under the impression that there was an election. There needs to be an election.
You're under impression
There's
there
gonna be a
was?
time for public
There
comment.
needs to be.
There needs to be.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I know that when I asked, nobody was, it really wants to be parent-led,
Right.
is the point.
Exactly.
And I think we should continue to make it parent-led. I don't know if there's some doctrine that says, but that may be something that through Dr. Martin, we speak to Ms. Powell that we're coming up on March, perhaps
Yes.
they open up on the floor, who's going to lead it? One of the things that you need to have is you could have elections, or you could, in the case in March of 2025, no one really wanted to do it.
Okay.
She raised her hand and said she would do it. That's, you were there?
I would beg to differ because I was at that first meeting.
Ma'am, there's gonna be a time for public comment.
Wait a second. I was at that first meeting and we were all given a sheet of paper that said, would you want to lead or co-chair or whatever? I know I had said yes. And I know that there was other parents that were at the table that I was with that I had no idea who they were. They also marked yes. So it could be the fact that it didn't say like, hey, do you want to be like, the head cheerleader? There was a sheet that said, do you want to, be involved? And it was either a yes or no, are you interested? And I think that unfortunately is the point of contention with some parents that have been there from the very beginning. I have removed myself due to the fact that I don't like to bite my tongue, but that is what happened. So to say that nobody stepped up is a false statement because there were people that checked the
They
box.
wanted to be involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
But to say that there wasn't, that she was the only one that said, hey, you know, I volunteer a tribute, that wasn't the case scenario.
Okay.
There were people that were there. It was just done differently. So that's my 2 cents.
Okay, so can I just expand on that? Just that we're coming up on a year, which is a good, anniversary of it all. And since you've recused yourself somewhat, and if you were in the month of March, what would you recommend to the CPAG as far as the continuity of some leadership from parent? Have elections, ask volunteers.
I would,
Is a parent organization.
It's a parent.
it is a
it's
parent
parent-led
organization. It's a parent organization, but I would have as a collective what the parents wanted to see it go and be led as being told this is what it's going to be. So I think the disconnect and the point of contention with the people who were the pioneers and the voice of making sure the CPEG was involved here at Gloucester Township was actually going to them and saying, what do you need and what do you see it going, as opposed to coming to a meeting and saying, well, this is how it's going to be.
I was at the January meeting
Mhm.
and they came up to me and they were just looking for a board liaison to be on that committee. It wasn't to be an officer of the
I
parent
think
group.
She said that she would just step up and help, like everybody, like a lot of people that were there wanted to be involved. But she said that they asked if anybody wanted to be involved to stand up or whatever.
Right, that was
It's a
what
plan.
meeting was that?
Even be
That-
involved.
there's a-
Really?
yours wasn't, you weren't saying that that's a mandate from the board, correct? That was just your suggestion on how the parents should run that organization.
It's parent-led.
Yeah, I just want to make that clear. These aren't board mandates on how they should run it anyway. It's a parent-led organization, so you can suggest how they do it, but again, that's a.
No,
Parent
they were
organization.
asking for a board member to be on it, to be the liaison, to go back and report what they were achieving at each meeting.
and
That's what they asked me anyway.
You can't, you
They
should
didn't ask
really-
me to be an officer. They just said they're looking for a board
you're there
liaison
and
member.
report back.
And I think that might be there. That was at January's meeting. Yes.
But I would submit that if what Mr. Long is saying, if it is parent-led and there's no ties back to the Board of Education, then the affairs of CPAG should be CPAG's affairs, correct? And anything that's an indiscretion or perceived an indiscretion should be leveled at a CPAG meeting and not a board meeting, correct?
Correct. They just wanted representation at the board.
No, I'm just trying to clarify.
Right.
Yeah,
Where people should bring complaints about CPAG. They shouldn't bring them to this board.
correct. Yeah, the board can't mandate, even if you guys all vehemently disagreed with any decision that they make, you want them to elect, you want them to not elect. It's a parent-run organization. It would be
Okay.
inappropriate for the board to say, you guys need to have elections on this date or have elections, period. If it's.
I don't think that was their intent.
I just wanted to make sure we were clear. We were clear on that, right?
Who do they have?
Where's their
recourse to?
relief?
The state? Can they go to the?
They could go to the
Who do
state if they wanted to, or they could honestly run it through themselves. I'm sure there's probably bylaws somewhere that they may have that, I'm not sure, but it really wouldn't
I mean,
be.
since we don't regulate it. A lot
Yeah,
of
that's-
times they
that's the
come
problem.
here,
Yeah.
What other recourse would they have?
It
to
could
get an
be, it could be
answer?
the state, the Department of Education or something like that, but
Okay.
the one group that it wouldn't, and I hate to just pass the buck, it wouldn't be us.
Right.
So basically, this is not the place to answer.
Correct.
it.
Yeah, it would be inappropriate for us to do so.
But Mr. Bilodeau,
Yeah, Mark.
on your take on notifying the special ed parents, I would include that flyer in their annual IEP meeting,
That's the whole group.
like the dates of CPAC,
Why not?
right? Right, because that's the
Yeah.
parents they would be addressing.
Yeah. We certainly want to help CPAG, in a de facto manner as best we can with our resources.
It was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. I was there.
Okay. Second item, Mrs. Johnson, moving on from CPAC. This would be under new business now.
Okay,
That was old business.
okay.
New business is I have a request. I've just handed out to the board members something that Mr. McCauley, our school business administrator, board secretary, has provided to me. Governor of New Jersey, being new, has under statute, the ability to push back the state of the state address. And when that happens, it also so pushes the budget calendar.
Mhm.
And so Governor Sherrill has just announced she will be taking the amount of time that she is afforded. And that will push back the time when state school aid numbers will come out. And those state school aid numbers conflict with the March calendar of this district. So I'm asking to reschedule the current March 16th, Monday, March 16th to Monday, March 23rd, which would allow the district to receive the state aid numbers. It would allow Mr. McCauley to formalize the tentative school budget for the board's approval. And it's more of a logistical thing that they're taking some time getting us data and we can't finish the budget, so we need that extra week.
So we're rescheduling our
I'm
board
asking for that.
meeting,
We would need
correct?
to vote, yes,
Okay.
to the 23rd of March.
23rd of March. Okay. That's good. Thank you.
So you. Second for that.
Can I have a motion, please, for the new business to reschedule the meeting from 3:16 to 3:23?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Stantino,
Yeah, I mean, I don't have my calendar, but yeah.
Ms. Score,
I think so.
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Pildes,
Yes.
Mr. Tercey,
Yes.
Mrs. Henry,
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes.
One final comment before you go on to board, to public comment. I'm sorry, Mrs. Johnson. The staff, the maintenance and custodial, transportation and warehouse staff in these snowstorms, they really do yeoman's work. We have been hit with 2 significant snowfalls. We are not accustomed, nor have we seen these things in a decade. So to the men and women in those departments in this district that are all our employees, I want to thank them.
Thank you.
So, and hope they don't have to move any more snow for us this year.
That's for sure. Thank you. At this time, we're going to go to public comments. Anyone in the audience would like to speak? Kelly?
My name is Kelly McNally Porter. I come all the time, if you know. I just wanted to come and speak. I know I'm on a 3-minute calendar. You can give me 10 minutes, I don't care. I just wanted to come and thank the Board of Ed for listening to my husband Greg and I throughout the past 2 years. While we had advocated for my son fiercely, Gregory Porter III, and while we have always believed in our sweet boy, GP3, it has not always been easy whatsoever. Yet today we find out ourselves, excuse me, thanking the Board of Ed and Mr. Bilodeau personally, because Mr. Bilodeau was the one who changed Gregory's schedule when he left Loring Fleming to C.W. Lewis. Whether many believe it or not, Mr. Bilodeau is the one who spoke to me and my husband and did everything for him. Excuse me. GP3 recently made honor roll, and one of his teachers called my husband and I following to express her want to nominate GP3 for National Junior Honor Society. I don't know how many kids with an IEP, nonverbal, excuse me, nonverbal. I'm sorry, I know I have a minute. Nonverbal. My son was nonverbal since he was 4 years old, learned sign language. Nonverbal. Wish my husband was here, he would finish this for you.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I know your clock is ticking. Call my husband and I following to express our want to nominate GB3 for National Junior Honor Society next year. While this may not seem to many special, While this may not seem to be anything special to many, our son Gregory was once counted out, recommended for many by Dr. Martin and Kevin O'Brien for an out-of-district placement. And they actually insisted on this last year while we opposed, just like that, in an alternative school, to which my husband and I refused, knowing how amazing we know our son would be. We knew that this would not be the proper placement for him. Lastly, excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Mrs. Porter, here you go. Take a
I'm
second.
so sorry.
Take a second. Here. Come here. Here. Take your time.
Lastly, I'd like to say to any parent listening to this, always follow your intuition and never let anyone tell you what is best for your child. You always know what is best for your child better. Whether it be a neurologist or a psychologist, just find that in its peace. And I wish Dr. Martin the best in her retirement this June. But I can tell you wholeheartedly, we feel that this was not the proper placement for Gregory, but he is now where he's supposed to be. Thank you to C.W. Lewis. God bless. I'm
Very
sorry.
That's fine. Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Seeing none? I'll close that portion. Any board member comments?
I'm going for
Got it.
first board meeting, but I had the privilege and honor of attending many functions in January and February. CPEG meeting led by parents. I ran on the board just saying, still caring. That was inspiring. That what that group of parents are doing for those special ed kids. You get CPEG, yes. I liked it there. I enjoyed it. Very informative. Dr. Martin and the team did a nice speech. Free books. Like, it was amazing. They even had hot chocolate there from the
Yeah, they did.
shop, right? Come get, I was hooked on hot chocolate. And it was inspiring, and very inspiring that the parents themselves had a neat little pack there, and it was good. Also, the 3 Honor Society meetings, Lewis, Glen Landing, and Mullen, although Miss Henry and I differ on who did it best, they were all wonderful. They all have inspiring stories. Their speeches were phenomenal. Those teachers are to be commended. They did a great job running those Honor Society meetings. And then I had another privilege of going to 100-year anniversary of the Gloucester Township Elementary School. Old building. I don't think any storm's going to knock that thing down. But the speeches given there and the songs the children sang, uplifting, patriotic, very well done. And lastly, I'll thank those custodians who do those shoveling and everything. It's not an easy job. Teachers show up and it's done, but they come in and do some hard work that they're not used to. And we just expect that somebody's going to do it, and they do it. And shout out to them. Where's Sonny? Give him a big shout out for me, okay, Sonny? Thank you. Thank you for you too for coordinating it.
As Mr. Pilda said, we do have a difference of opinion on the premier National Honor Society. So it was, being that we have 2 meetings to go over, definitely my social calendar was overbooked, but for good cause. Between attending all 3 National Honor Societies, granted I was going to be there anyway for Glen Landing, being that Hunter got inducted and he just looked the cutest. But seriously, I think all in all, each had over 50 National Honor Society students, and it was truly amazing. But also the day of service with Martin Luther King, that was really moving, to have a day off both of work and school, but really have it as a day of service is truly great. That's one thing that I'm really glad that we're definitely a part of. So way to go, and congratulations to all the National Honor Society students and parents.
Anyone else? I also would like to congratulate Gloucester Township School on their 100th year. Martin Luther King Day was very good. We enjoyed that. And thank you again to the custodial staff and all the snow guys that were out there working extra hard to get our buildings ready for opening. Okay, and at that, can I get a motion to adjourn, please? All in favor?
I second. I'll second it.
Someone said aye.
Yeah, everyone said aye.
No, we want to be here longer.